Okay guys, so this is step number 3. So in the previous videos we've been looking at the headers and footers and how to save files and give evidence and things like that. So this step 3 over here is about creating styles. So this is quite an important part of your Word. You've got to be able to do this, else you'll probably lose a bunch of marks down the line. So this is create and store the following styles based each on the default paragraph style. So they've given us a table with style names and the properties of each style. So GR title, for example, will be serif 36 center aligned. So we've got to go and make these styles with the properties that they've set. So if we go to our EMP guide, to create a style, you go to home, and you're going to see there's a little style box somewhere, and there's a little arrow here. We're going to click on this little arrow, and we're going to make sure, before you create a style, I guess it's always good to make sure normal is selected. You're going to click on AA to create a new style. So let's see, this might be a bit awkward. Okay, let me rotate, and it won't. Okay, so I'm just going to go between like this. So the first one's GR title. You can see that's the first style name. So we're going to type in GR title. Okay, the next thing we need to do is make it a serif font with 36 font size. So serif font is Times New Roman. So you're going to change the font here to Times New Roman. The font size must be 36. Then they say it must be center aligned, bold, italic. Okay, so center aligns this one over here. Got to make it bold, italic. The next option is to make the line spacing single. That space before and space after must be both 0. So to do the paragraph spacing, you've got to go to Format, got to go to Paragraph. So not paragraph spacing, but line spacing. So it is single at the moment, which is what they wanted, and it's 0, 0 for before and after, which is what they wanted. So you can say, okay. So basically, this is the first style created. So once we are happy that we've done everything, we say okay. You'll see that it gets created in your style list. So before we make the next one, just make sure you click on normal. And let's read the next one. The next one is GR subtitle. So let's go AA. It's called GR subtitle. Let's get the properties here. So GR subtitle is serif 18 font size. So serif again, Times New Roman, 18 font size. Right aligned, underlined. So right aligned is this one here. Underlined. We're going to make it single spacing with 0 before and 0 after. So it's Format, Paragraph, single line spacing, 0 for before, 0 for after, and we say okay. So this one's all good. You can see each time it's a style type is the paragraph style, which is what they did mention beforehand. So I'm going to try and go back to that, but it's fine. So GR subtitle is basically fine. You can say okay. It makes it in the list. We click on normal before we make the next one. So the paragraph style is what it was showing there, so it's correct. So GR subhead is the next one. So you go to AA, call it GR subhead, and let's see what this is going to be. So serif 16 font, serif, which is Times New Roman, 16, center aligned, and then it's going to be underlined and italic. It's underlined and italic, and it's going to be single line spacing, but here you can see the space before is 0, but the space after is 9. So Format, Paragraph, single line spacing, before is 0, but the space after must be 9. So you can see if you use the arrows, 9 won't appear, so in this case we're going to have to backspace out the value, type 9, and say okay. And that's subhead complete, so you can say okay, appear in the list, click on normal before doing the next one. So the next one's going to be GR body. So AA, GR body, and this is going to be sans serif. Sans serif is Arial, so just remember that one. And it's going to be 11 font size justified. So 11's already there. Justified is this icon here. So it goes left aligned, center, right, justified. There's going to be enhancement must be none. So there mustn't be any bold, italic, or underline attached or applied to it. So we leave this clicked. Okay, so that's fine. Single line spacing with 0 and 6 points. So 0 before, 6 points after. So format, paragraph, single line spacing, 0 before, but 6 after. So we say OK. Say OK again. Click on normal. And we'll do the last one, which is GR bullets. So we go AA. So it's GR bullet. And this now has serif and font 14 font size. So serif is Times New Roman. 14 font size. Then it's 3 centimeters indent from the left with hanging paragraphs. Okay, so format, paragraph. Basically the special, when you click on special, needs to be a hanging paragraph with indentation 3 centimeters from the left. And let's just check if we can go back. All capitals and a arrow-shaped bullet. Okay, so that's format. If you want to make it all caps, it's got to do with font. So you say all caps. So okay. If you want to make the bullets, you've got to go format numbering. Got to go to bullets. Sorry. And it's the arrow one. So if you have a look at the diagram, okay, so we'll just say okay. So if you have a look, that is the one that they've given there. And single line spacing 0, 0 for before and after. So format, paragraph. 0 before, 0 after, single line spacing. So we say okay. Alright, so I think that is everything we've needed to do. So when we are happy with this, we say okay. And we click on normal. And now we've created the styles that we needed for the upcoming questions. So let's just check at the next part 4. Maybe let's just do these two and then do the evidence. Let's pause for step 5. So create and store the following style. So this is the same process, storing basically as the default paragraph style, basically each on the default paragraph style. So it's ARC body is the next one. So it's basically the same process all the time. So ARC body, this is going to be serif 14. So serif is Times New Roman, font size 14. It's got to be justified. And first line indent 1 centimeter from the left. So justify. So the indentation from the left is format paragraph. Same way as we did the hanging. It's going to be first line. And it's going to be an indentation from the left. 1 centimeter. So 1 centimeter. So okay. And then it's going to be double line spacing. So this one's different from the previous ones with 0 before and 0 after. So it's format, paragraph, it's double, 0 before, 0 after. So okay, and this one is complete. So you can say okay again. And before you create the last one, you click on normal. This last is going to be ARC table. So AA, ARC table. And this is serif 14, so serif is Times New Roman, 14 font size, left aligned, so it's left already. There's got to be no, basically no bold, no italic, no underline, nothing special being applied to this font at the moment, which nothing is, so that is fine, we don't have to worry about that. And it's got to be single 0 0. So single line spacing with 0 before and 0 after. So single line spacing 0 before, 0 after. And that is it. So that is how you create your styles. Something you've got to be able to do. And lastly, take a screenshot to show the style settings have been defined for GR subhead. Make sure this evidence is based on the paragraph style. Paste this in your evidence document. So this is evidence 3. So we have our evidence document over here. So evidence 3 for step 4. So all we're going to do, we're going to just select the one that we need to take a screenshot of. So it's GR subhead. So just going to right click on GR subhead, going to choose modify, and we're going to just take a screenshot of this. So here's it shows the paragraph style, and here it shows the properties of GR subhead. So we're going to go and paste this. Step 4, evidence 3. So you crop off everything you don't need. And just make sure it's fully visible. So when you print it, the examiner can read the properties, etc. for this style. Okay, cool. So that is the end. That's how you make styles. If you have any questions, let me know.